Hey everyone, Rob from Acre Ridge Trees. Had a day off the farm today. Went to the zoo with the family. It's always a nice day out there. Great for a tree lover like myself. Always great to see all the mature trees there that are, far bigger than what we can grow out here in the drier prairie. But yeah, it's always great to see how they're doing and compare trees there, how they're doing here. It's pretty similar growing conditions in the big scheme of things, but being beside the river there, they can grow trees out a little bigger than we can, where it's drier, not next to the river. But it's a great day out, and great to be with the kids and with the wife. It's nice to get off the farm for a day. Don't always like to get off the farm, I love it there, but it's a good day out at the zoo, and really happy to be able to do it this early in the season. Cooler day today though. It was 4 or 5 degrees in Calgary, the zoo there, but those are the best days to go some days, because it's really quiet there. It was nice, peaceful, and a lot better to interact with exhibits and such when you're not waiting in line with a dozen other kids. But yeah, it was a good day. It snowed just a little bit there, just a few seconds here and there, but we used that as a good excuse to go for lunch, so it worked out well. Here in the potting shed, my dad's been cleaning up a little bit. We're trying to, at least. The wind the last couple of days has been knocking over our stacks of pots here, but trying to get a little more organised here. I want to stack a lot of our pots up inside here so that they're quick and easy access. Got their 1 gallons here in the first bay that might need to be shortened a little bit, but working on that. And then 2 and 3 and 5 gallon in the second section there. We want to divide them out eventually, but a bit at a time here. The first step is getting things not to fall over. We have a couple of bungees across the front of the 1 gallons here, but obviously a couple of stacks weren't quite behind that enough. A bunch of our other pots that we have kicking around here. I have a few trays for seeding and some holders for 4-inch pots, along with a good box of 4-inch pots, and a couple of 4 bales of straw there that I'm going to use on the sheep for where they're lambing, just give them a little extra bedding. Bit of fertilizer in the back there too, of course. Can't go without fertilizer. We do use synthetic fertilizer. Some people don't like it, but in the big scheme of things, a lot of it is naturally derived anyway. They get the nitrogen from the ground, from various sources there, and they get the minerals, of course, from the ground as well. In mine, phosphate and potassium. So got a lot of cleaning up to do out here though. Lots of pots laying around. That's kind of where we just unloaded them, and of course the snow and the wind helped move them around a little bit too. But I want to get all these organised and hopefully in here somehow, so we can keep things a little more organised. Trying to do some cleaning up and stuff. It's been a bit of a rocky road for that. We're not always the best at cleaning up. See, we have a couple of old boxes full of some garbage from last year that we haven't even dealt with out here yet. Got to somehow manage to do a little better to tidy up, but one day. A few pots out here that was left out for overwinter here, just various cuttings and seeds we were trying to grow, along with a few things that didn't make it, that we never got around to cleaning up. Look around to our potted tree field. All the snow is well gone. It's not surprising. It's been quite warm the last couple of weeks here, a week and a half. So all the snow's gone, but everything's staying nice and moist so far. So everything's looking good so far, other than the balsam fir has definitely had some needles go red and brown there, and further back we have the other fir there. That same thing, has a few needles going brown. Not surprised about that one so much. It was Douglas fir. It's hardy to zone 4, and we're kind of a borderline zone 4, but What is kind of surprising is all the little trees here were well below the snow line for months and months, and they still went red on the needles. I don't know if it was just too much snow or too much moisture or what, but you know, see how they go, see if they green up again in the spring here. You never write anything off until you know, into June there, just to see if it buds out again or see what happens with it. But a little bit of a setback on those. There's a few spruce that have a few brown needles on too. I think those ones maybe just didn't quite hard enough before the cold hit. They were the later planted ones. We got a couple later orders last year just to try and keep up with the sales. So we were selling a lot of spruce last year, and we're kind of looking at it going, well, we kind of need something for next year. So we ordered a bunch late, and those ones may not have just hard enough. So note to self for next year, just don't buy them that late. So this year we've made a big effort to get everything ordered in May. So you know, we got lots coming, 3,000 seedlings almost. Almost 1,000 blue spruce alone. So that's more than what we sold last year. So hoping to increase our inventory still. But yeah, overall everything's looking good. So just can't wait for things to start leafing out here. It's been a long time to see everything leafed out. So hoping that'll happen pretty soon. A couple of things already have a few leaves on, like the strawberries. They keep a few green leaves over winter under the snow line, so they have a few green leaves on already, which is nice, but not really doing a lot because of course it's still cold at the moment. But as soon as it warms up, they'll be ready to pop on some new leaves and keep growing. But everything else deciduous is still pretty dormant, waiting for the poplars especially to pop. They'll be one of the first ones, I think. A few of our big poplars are already starting to bud out a little bit, but days like today they'll not be growing any further just yet. But just looking at our shelter belt poplars, you know, the buds are turning green and starting to expand, so won't be long before they do bud out. But these ones at the back here are a little bit slower than the ones by the house, but even so you can still see there's a little bit of green in the buds. At least I hope you can see. Not as easy to see on the camera here on a cloudy sky, but they're turning green, starting to expand. So another week or so, and hopefully we'll be able to see some leaves. That'll be a nice change after many months of brown and snow. Done a lot of work clearing out branches in the back here. It's looking a little better. There's a lot less branches up here now, but still more to go. Still a couple piles of old logs here that were left by some previous owner way back when. Some of them are half rotted, but you know, it'd be good to clear them out anyway. We don't need them sitting around here where they're going to be in our way. But one of the big things we're going to put an effort into this year is doing a bit of tidy up. Previous owners over the years have left a few things around here. We just want to tidy up. You know, we got a bunch of sheets here for metal sheeting that can use to build shelters or something, and got an old filter there for our irrigation there, an old oil tank from who knows how long ago. It's just been sitting here abandoned. Got a few of our bits of equipment stored over here, our snow blade and pallet forks, tree spade. Got the auger for the tractor there, and of course our mobile greenhouse. But a few other bits and pieces around here we want to get cleaned up, like all the wood there and some pieces of granite that have broken off. Not quite sure what previous owners were saving them for, but they're there anyway. I mean, you know, maybe they had some idea for a project. We don't so much, so we'll be looking to pass those on to someone who can work something out for them. Along the side here, it's been kind of a storage area for a long time, but we got to work on keeping stuff off the ground because it just gets buried under all the leaves. You can see over on this side, you've got a bunch of irrigation pipes, and you know, half to 3/4 of them you can't even see anymore just because they're getting buried under the leaves. So I really want to make an effort to clean this up and get things off the ground so that they don't get buried. And we've had a few surprises along here for things we found. You know, we found, oh gosh, I don't know, there was a few pieces of 3-point equipment and things that were just buried under there and didn't even know they were there, but found them when we were clearing some space for the track and got them out and cleared them away. So they were well past the best before, obviously being buried so far, and pretty weak from rusting away for several years. And out here we got all our stuff stored here that we want to tidy up, so lots of work to do. We kind of made it upon ourselves who kind of just dump things as we were moving out here, just because it was a case of move, get everything here so we can save some money on our storage lockers for work and get my parents' house ready for sale. So dumped a lot of stuff out here that we have to try and clean up and clear out, but we'll get there eventually. Just time and effort is all it takes. Anyway, better think about getting in the house here. It's a little fresh to be out here, a little bit of a northeast wind here, so it's a bit fresh. But anyway, until next time, have a good one.